find some day trades, swing trades, and option trades. Hello, traders. It is Wednesday, June 17th, and we are about 3 hours into trading right now. Not a whole lot to look at as far as the market's concerned. You can see here that this is the first hour range. There's the high, was the open. There's the low that we set about an hour afterwards, and we are trapped inside the 1 hour range. Very, very lackluster trading, tight little bodied candles. Long tails above body, under body, no movement. So we can't expect much today. A little bit unusual given that it's quadruple witching. However, if you take a look at what the market did Monday and Tuesday, we've been all over the board. So right now prices are starting to settle in. Typically, you're going to see one or two really volatile days during quadruple witching. We may have already seen that Monday and Tuesday. That's when you got a lot of traders rolling positions and adjusting. So the upward momentum should continue into quadruple witching. Typically, quadruple witching is going to favor the trend that's already in place. So I believe that we're going to float higher. Let's zoom out and take a look at that daily chart, see where all the price levels come into play, get a feel for what's happened in the last few days. We always need to see the trees from the forest, and so we've got the 100-day and the 200-day moving average posted. We had this overextension right here. Bullish speculators got flushed out, tested the 200-day moving average once, twice, 3 times. Market closed on its high. This was Monday. And then we had follow through buying yesterday. Massive, massive gap higher yesterday. As I told everyone in my pre-open market comments yesterday, do not chase. You're going to have an opportunity to enter bullish put spreads. So, yes, this is a good time to sell bullish put spreads because we have the market bouncing off of this major technical support level at SPY 300. I believe we're going to float higher this week. We could even challenge that 322.50 level on the SPY. So I'm going to be looking to sell out of the money bullish put spreads. I've got my weekly swing trading video coming up tonight. I'm going to be focusing on tech stocks. QQQ, new all-time high just a week ago. That speaks volumes for those tech stocks. And the big names are going to be where you should really look. Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, Nvidia, Netflix. Those are the types of stocks that you want to be short out of the money bullish put spreads on. Even if the market comes in, those stocks have done really, really well on a relative basis. So that's what I'm looking to do. Right now we've got the market basically flatlining in here. You can see the big move that was made on Monday. And you can see how we opened below that 200-day moving average. Didn't quite get down to the 100-day moving average before buyers stepped in. That 295 level on SPY, I feel, is major, major technical support. And you can see we never even got down there. Then we rallied the whole day. And then we had that big gap up yesterday. It's a good time to sell out of the money bullish put spreads. So what are the driving market forces right now? In my pre-open market comments today, I said that I feel that the asset managers right now, they want to be long the market. This is a recovery or bust mentality, meaning that they're willing to put all their money into the recovery because they know that the Fed is backstopping them. The printing presses are running like mad. We're talking about the U.S. Treasury buying corporate bonds. We're talking about a $1 trillion infrastructure spend that might be coming up. Oh, let's take a look at this. We got a bullish explosion while I speak. Let's take a look at that, see what's going on. These explosion alerts come up all the time. Look at that volume spike, and they are usually incredible trades. So let's follow through on this. We got something to take a look at, and we're going to go in. TNDM is the symbol. Neutral Tandem is the company. You can see this downward sloping trend line right here. Stock is starting to pop a little bit. What I like to do is I like to see if this is going to hold. I want the high price to hold as long as possible while we're watching it. If it does, then yes, I would be a buyer. So we're going to continue to watch this symbol, TNDM. Explosion alerts, we get them all the time. These are fantastic because I know every stock, every 5-minute increment, every 20-day average volume for every 5-minute increment. When we see some volume spikes, we're all over it. Oftentimes, it's news related, and sometimes we even catch takeover news. The news hasn't even hit the wires yet, but we're picking it up on this search. What I like to see in those instances is I want to see that stock blow through major horizontal resistance. Like in this case, it would be a gigantic spike, boom, right through that $90 level into $92, $94 and holding. If I see that on a 5-minute bar, I know there's something really big happening because all the sellers that were willing here, 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 they're gone. The news is that dramatic, and the bigger the stock, meaning the bigger the market cap, the more significant those moves are. We've caught some really big ones in the likes of eBay and Qualcomm, lots of them. And when those happen on the bigger names that you recognize and they go through that horizontal resistance, you don't even want to search for the news. You don't want to peck around looking for the right option to buy. Just buy the stock. And on those big cap names, maybe we get about 8, maybe 10 of them a year. They are gold. They alone are worth the subscription price. So this one looks like it's interesting. It's kind of percolating. We got the stock continuing to push higher. And I believe that you're going to see this one grind higher. You can see it's at 87.21 right now. So it's already moving higher. I think this is probably going to be a pretty nice little play. We'll keep an eye on it. You can see how it's near the high end of that 5-minute bar, closed almost on the high of that 5-minute bar. So if you go into a stock like this off of one of the explosion alerts, you buy it at $87 and you sell it for $87.50, you're in, you're out, you've made your money. That's nice. So it can be a very quick play. Anyway, let's get back to the analysis. I think I was spending time on the market and what it might possibly do. So I think that we got a nice bounce this week off of major technical support. I think it's going to continue to float higher on relatively light volume into quadruple witching. And the most important takeaway for all of this is that I don't have to worry about the market. I don't have to worry about the rug getting pulled out from underneath me. So that means that I can really focus on these out of the money bullish put spreads, and I don't have to worry that wham, overnight I'm going to be blindsided by some major news. Now, what we're having right now is a resurgence in the coronavirus cases. So that is putting a little bit of weight on the market. The notion is that this recovery could take a lot longer than expected. Some states might be rolling out their reopening on a prolonged basis, but on a national basis, President Trump said there's no way that we're going to go do another shutdown right now. We're going to continue to use social distancing, we're going to continue to use face masks. There was another vaccine that looks very promising yesterday. Realize that biotech companies around the globe right now are scrambling for a solution, for a vaccine. And we also have, can't remember which company it is in AstraZeneca in England is producing 4 billion doses of a vaccine that has yet to go through clinical trials. They are that confident in it. They're going to start distributing it in late September, and 400 million doses are slated to come to the U.S. That's a pretty high level of confidence. So I'm sure that they feel they've got a really good solution. But as I was mentioning, asset managers, it is a recovery or bust mentality. They don't want to be in bonds because bonds are not keeping pace with inflation, so they're generating negative real returns. So what do they got to lose? You've got the Fed backstopping you. You've got infrastructure plans. You've got another $1 trillion in stimulus that Congress might approve. You've got the Fed buying corporate bonds. You might as well be in the market. At least there you've got a chance of generating a decent return. And I know I get asked all the time, Pete, what the heck is keeping this market afloat? I don't get it. You got coronavirus, you got a lot of losses that companies have taken, blah. Now you know. It's a fact that the printing presses are running and that asset managers will just as soon take their chances in the market. But the main thing that I want to focus on today is that we've got some upward momentum. I believe that that's going to continue into quadruple witching. That means we might be able to take a look at some Friday expirations for a bullish put spread today. So that's what I want to do. Before I get to that, I'm going to put up my stock from yesterday. And you can see how this one's actually started to pull back a little bit. So you want to watch this one. It didn't have that massive horizontal breakout like we would like to see, but you can see big volume in it. You can see that the stock is moving higher. So this is probably going to be a good day trading candidate. You just have to be patient, wait for that support, and then start bidding for it and start accumulating a position on the notion that it grinds higher. But yesterday I showed you SQ. Love that stock. Look at that baby go. This is about where the video came out. You can see how this morning, right on the open, it rallied and it never looked back. And there we were looking to sell a 87 put and buy an 86 put for 18-cent credit. If you don't believe me, go back and watch the video that was posted on the 16th of June. And you'll see this was the highlighted stock for a day trade and also for an overnight swing position. I do like that spread. That's looking really good right now. So let's go in and see what else we can find. Again, market's not going to do much of anything. I think the high of the day is in. I think the low of the day is in. We'll probably waffle around between it. Maybe we get a little bit of a late day pop today, but look, we've got pretty massive resistance up here at the 315.50 level. That was yesterday's high. Gosh, I don't know if we've got enough strength to get through that. We'll see. So let's take a look at some of the lists. Let's see what we've got. ATVI is one that I really like. Ah, man, look at that. I had seen this just before I started recording, and it has really taken off right now. It is going up to a new all-time high. This may be my pick of the day. Now, the one thing about ATVI is I like selling out of the money bullish put spreads. You can see how that was the earnings announcement. That was prior resistance. Gap up. Stock pulls back. It checks that breakout. 1, 2 checks. Okay. Yep. Buyers are still there. We like the news. Now it starts creeping higher, and now you've got it actually through the high of the day and through that major resistance level. So I think ATVI looks very, very good. I would want to try and sell something down here. Doesn't carry a lot of premium, although it's really a choppy stock. Doesn't carry a lot of premium. I'd have to be able to get down to at least that $72 level. Let's see what we've got on this one. I may have another stock that I like better. And let's see here. That's a bullish put spread that I already have on expiring this Friday, selling the 67 puts, buying the 65. So that's going to be toasty there. And take a look at that June spread, see what we've got here for maybe a 72 strike price. And there you've got 72, 71.50. There's just nothing there. And I didn't expect that there would be much. And I've got to keep some distance in here in case the stock pulls back. So probably not going to be one that I look at, but really nice stock. I like the stock. I think on a pullback, this is a great stock that you can get long. It's trying to break out to a new all-time high. Look at that volume spike in there. Really, really good. So, and this is another thing. I get a lot of people asking me, Pete, what about this stock? What about this stock? What about this stock? What about this stock? If it's coming up on our searches and it fits our pattern, then we're going to trade it. So if you don't see it, we're not going to be looking at it. And there are all sorts of stocks that you can take a look at. We're not trying to pick bottoms. We're looking for momentum. We want to see breakouts. We want to see strong trend lines. Want to see relative strength. That is super, super important to everything that we do. And so I don't have to go pecking around entering symbols. All I have to do is I have to check my lists and my searches. That's how easy it is. So we're going to go in and take a look at Bull Run. There it was, ATVI right at the top. eBay. Looks like it's starting to percolate. Ooh, I kind of like this. I like eBay because you've got this big pop right in here. You have the stock pullback. It checks that breakout right at 46.80. And now it looks like the stock is starting to get its sea legs back and it's starting to move higher. Check the earnings, 715, got plenty of time. We could go pretty close to the money on this. You see that strike price right there is 46.80. Let's see if we can go down to maybe 46.50 and find a decent bullish put spread that expires in the next couple of days. We're pretty close to the money on it. eBay doesn't move a lot, so I'm not overly optimistic yet, but let's see what we can get. Okay, so we would sell the 46.50 put, we'd buy the 46 put. Right now that spread is only a penny bid offered at 3 cents. Yuck. Not enough to make it worth my while. Trying to see if there might be anything else I can lean on. We could probably come closer. We've got yesterday's opening or low price of 47.54. Can we get to the 47 strike and still have something? Let's take a look. Really, really thin. I mean, when you've got the market compressing right now and you've got a stock that doesn't make big moves, you're going to have to go super, super close to the money with only 2.5 days left to get any decent kind of premium. If I've got 50 cents between the strike prices, I've got to be able to get a dime for that spread. So I like eBay, but I can't get a decent spread for it. So we're going to keep looking. Is eBay good? Does eBay look like a good day trade? Yep. Like it through that high right there. Like all of this strength right in here. Take a look at the 15-minute chart. You bet I like eBay. Looks great. I would definitely day trade that stock. I would want a little bit of a pullback. You can see the market right here in the right corner is starting to inch a little bit higher. Yeah, I like eBay. Right at the top of the list. Let's keep going down, see what we can find. PBR, nothing too interesting there. Going to go into KR. KR, I believe, announces earnings tomorrow. This has actually been on a bullish list. It's on buy into earnings. And there you can see it right there. Every one of these stocks right here tends to rally into earnings. 2 weeks into earnings, they've rallied 75% of the time or more over the course of the last 3 years or 12 quarters. So this is statistically significant. So over the last 3 years, once you get inside that 2-week window before earnings, these stocks have rallied 75% of the time. Very, very valuable information because these are ideal candidates for selling out of the money, bullish put spreads into earnings. Make sure that that spread expires before the earnings announcement date. That's how we play it. Another really powerful search. So if I hover over the last bar on a daily chart for KR, I'm going to be able to see that it announces earnings tomorrow, 6/18. So it was really nice in here. Somebody asked me yesterday if this was a good candidate. Yes, it does look good. So I'm going to take a pass on that though. And excuse me here, I've got to mute that. So let's keep looking, see what else we've got. We've got a couple of really good stocks up so far, and we're going to keep going through the bull run list. We came up to KR, eBay, WPM, MRVL is one that I've been highlighting. That looks pretty good. CLDR has been a really nice grinder. I've been trading that, made a little bit of money on that today. You can see how it's been inching its way higher. So I've got another one that I found on my searches. I'm going to go into heavy buying search right now. This is one that I think will present some opportunities for us. I've traded NVAX today, done very well with it. Look at that strength right there. Look at that strength right here. We've got that $56 level we can lean on. We're going to go into the daily chart. Look at this. It's a mover. This is a mover. Long green candle closing on its high, closing on its high, closing on its high. All good stuff. So I need to be able to get some distance, at least down to this $51 level. This one we should be able to find a decent spread on. So we're going to go into the June 19th expiration. We're going to look at that 51 strike. Click that bid. Click the ask there. You can see it's actually a negative 10 cents bid offered at 30 cents. This is a 1-point wide spread. Got to get 20 cents for this. I don't want to do it if I can't get 20 cents. I might take 15 cents on this one because it expires in 2.5 days. I'm down to the $51 price point. That opening price today should hold. You can see that was the close from yesterday. It also coincides with the opening. The opening here was 51.18 yesterday. So I'd feel pretty good about being able to sell that. If you are a short-term trader, I love the momentum in NVAX. It looks like it's going to try and make a new all-time high. It's got great relative strength. We've got 2.5 days till expiration. I'm going to reiterate this trade. We're going to sell the $51 put. We're going to buy the $50 put. We're going to do this for a 15-cent credit. If this expires worthless, we're going to make somewhere in the neighborhood of about a 20% return in 2.5 days. Very high probability of success. I like it. And this is also a good stock to day trade. But you have to buy dips. You've got to buy pullbacks. If by chance you see the stock pull back below this horizontal support level at $56 today, I think you've got to be a little bit cautious. This should be a natural support level. And you want to take a close look at that put spread using that $51 strike price. And if it's weak relative to the market, you may need to reel it in. But apart from that, if it maintains $56 today, now you're only 2 days away from expiration. The trade gets very easy to manage. So I like that spread. I think that's a good one. That's how we play it. ATVI looks great. SQ still looks excellent. LVGO has been awesome. Got a nice little pullback here, but you can see on the daily chart, this is a choppy stock. Beautiful compression here. Nice breakout. I like this for a swing long by the stock. Love that compression. That's your support level. It breaks below that. You got to get out of the trade. Really like that though. CHWY. This is a nice one too. Here's what I like about this stock is you've got this horizontal resistance level right here. You can see how the stock blew through it. Had earnings right in here, comes back and it checks that horizontal was resistance. Now it's support. 1, 2, 3. 46.50 strike. The stock is at 49.24. We're not going to get much in the way of premium at that 46.50 strike price. So we would probably have to go out a week on that one to get that price. And I easily could check that as well. Let's take a look. 46.50, 46. You can see it's no bid and offered at 20 cents. I need to get a dime for that. You can middle it, see if you can get a fill. I like that one too. So if I can make a dime on that, get a dime credit for the 46.50 put that I sell, buy the 46, I've got to put up 40 cents, but I get to make 10 cents. 10 cents divided by 40 cents is a 25% return. That would be in the course of a 2.5 day trade, and you've got about 3 points of cushion on that high probability trade. You've got really nice support right in here. You've got good relative strength today. That's how we do it. So lots and lots and lots of trades. So easy. Just click through these charts. Take a look. JD was nice. Traded that one earlier today. So I think that's going to conclude it for today. I gave you a really nice look. I like ATVI. I think that NVAX spread could work. I like the CHWY spread if you can get that off for a dime credit. eBay looks good. I think you can day trade that one. If you like this content, please give it a thumbs up. By the way, thank you so much, everyone, for commenting. Getting a lot of traffic to my YouTube channel. That tells me that you're taking advantage of some of the trades that I'm highlighting. A lot of you are coming in and taking the 2-week trial. So you're seeing these trades real time. You're seeing and learning the approach that we use. This is a systematic approach. It really works. We use this 1OP indicator to tell us what the market's doing. Market first, market first, market first. Once we have our market bearings, we know if we should be going long or if we should be going short. That's my job. I tell you which side of the market we should be on, how we should be positioning ourselves. Once we have our market bearings, then we just lean on Option Stalker to help us go find the best stocks, look for relative strength, look for upward momentum. We can sell out of the money bullish put spreads. For swing trades, we can buy the stock intraday, make our money that way. That's how the entire system works. And when you take the 2-week trial, I'm going to walk you through A to Z, and I've got lots of resources on the website to do that with. I've also got lots of seasoned traders in my chat room, which, by the way, I've got ex-institutional traders in my chat room. I've got a lot of professional traders. I've got floor traders in there. So you'll see lots of insightful comments from a lot of people that have all come in. They've learned the system. Now they're finding their own trade. So I hope you give the 2-week trial a try. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on your notifications so that you never miss one of these videos. They'll all have lots of really good trade ideas in them, plus lots of education. Thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.